Good morning, first graders. So today for reading, we are going to read a poem. And this poem is written by Shel Silverstein, who is a poet, and he is writing a poem about what does it mean to be a good friend, to be a good person. So let's go ahead and read this poem together. The title of the poem is Ations. If we meet and I say hi, that's a salutation. If you ask me how I feel, that's consideration. If we stop and talk a while, that's a conversation. If we understand each other, that's communication. If we argue, scream, and fight, that's an altercation. If later we apologize, that's reconciliation. If we help each other home, that's cooperation. And all these Ations added up make civilization. And if I say this is a wonderful poem, is that exaggeration? So I think this is a really great poem that has some really strong words that I think it's important for all of us to learn about. So if we look at the title of the poem, we see that the title is Ations. And I think to myself, is Ations actually a real word? I don't think it sounds like a real word. But if I go back and I reread some of these lines and these words, a lot of these words have this sound, Ations, in the words. So let's go back and reread it. If we meet and I say hi, that's a salutation. Salutation has the part Ation in it. If you ask me how I feel, that's consideration. Excuse me. So I see two words so far that have Ation in it. Salutation, and I know that salutation means that if someone says hi, and I say hi back to them, that's considered a salutation. Consideration, it says if you ask me how I feel, that's called consideration. I see another word right here with Ation in it, conversation, communication. So a lot of these really important words about what it means to be a good friend or a good person have the part Ation in it. So once you're done reading this poem, you're going to complete the Understanding Poetry worksheet. And the directions say, reread the poem Ations by Shel Silverstein. As you are reading, think of different ways he teaches you how to be a good friend. Remember to use complete sentences when you are answering. So the first question is asking us, the author mentions the importance of consideration. What is one way you can be considerate towards someone? So you're going to think of an example of how you can be considerate towards someone. So we started the sentence frame for you. One way I can be considerate towards someone is, think of an action or something you can do that would make you be considerate towards someone. So I'm going to type in my answer here. This is my example. One way I can be considerate towards someone is by holding the door open for someone if they are walking behind me. And then I'm going to say this is considerate. I'm going to explain how is that considerate. This is considerate because I am taking the time to leave the door open for them so they do not have to open the door themselves. I'm going to add, I also really like this when someone else does it for me. So think of something that you like when other people do it for you, and that's probably something that's considerate. Okay, so that's one example that I can think of. The second question is asking us, the author mentions the importance of cooperation. What's one way you have shown cooperation? So this is an example that you have already done. What's one way that you've shown cooperation with someone? All right, readers, this is your activity for reading today. Good luck and have fun.